Okay, we're back out here in the Gulf, going to be doing some island prospecting. Where I'm at right now is I'm sitting kind of in front of Jurassic Island, I call it there. You can see the birds that are already up and out in the sailboat, if you watch a couple of my last videos. But the ones I'm going to target today are these two islands on the left there. That first one on the far left is Bay Keys, and the one on the middle there, the second one, is, I didn't see a name for it. I'm going to call it Slot Key. That's the one I'm most interested in because there's a channel that cuts right through it, so it actually makes it two islands. There's one channel that comes from the Gulf that connects both of these two to the Gulf to make it accessible. But even coming from Key West, you still have to make the run way straight north out that way and then cut back on the Gulf and then cut back to try to get to these. So I'm going to do that. My plan of attack is I'm going to go to Jurassic Island and see if the pilchards are still there in the northeast corner, and maybe just get a couple dozen. I'm not going to do a lot of mangrove snappers, just to have some pitch baits, just to kind of spot things out. Then I'll head over to the Bay Keys, just do a quick run around, see what that's like. There's a slots on the left side of it is where the channel runs. Then the main channel straight forward, and then I'll see what's around that that Slot Keys there. And if I don't find anything too interesting there, then I think I'll go back to Cayo Agua or Water Keys, and I still want to rematch with those Goliaths. There's a couple of real big boys in the 50 to 75 pound range that I just want to mess with, and then a few smaller ones. I was going to do that this video, but then I figured it's been real hurricane winds. If you can see from the water, it's still kind of murky from being churned up a lot of weeds in it, so it's not the best for sight fishing, but we're just going to check it out. So no pilchards at Jurassic Island. Right now it's high tide, so that's kind of the worst time to look for them. Basically the reason why they're there is all of this is super flats that almost gets exposed during the low tide, so all the bait fish end up getting pushed into these deep channels, deep cuts. So in that far corner over there, it's pretty deep in there, and it's also kind of out of the wind most of the time. So it's a good calm place for them to kind of hang out, and that's where I'm finding those schools. But when it's high tide like this, they can go everywhere. Just like everything else, they have a free roam to go anywhere they want. So all the fish are out feeding, scattered everywhere. On the way in, I ran into a pack of about 12 permit in a school. Unfortunately, I was on the gas, so I couldn't do much about it. But anyways, we're gonna go hit Bay Key and then over to Slot Key. Well, it looks like the Bay Keys, which is this one here, is no-go zone. It doesn't exactly say, or I can't, it's just no something. So I imagine it's just no no going there, which it could be like a bird sanctuary because lots of birds as well. So I'm not going to mess with Bay Keys, let them be. There's enough of these islands, so it's no big deal. If they've got it blocked out for a reason, then there's probably, maybe it's a nesting site. So anyways, like I was saying earlier, the one I really care about is this island here, which I named Slot Key. So I'm gonna head over there and check that out. Okay, I'm in the channel now. I don't know if you can see the edges. So this is the channel that cuts all the way out to the Gulf. Then it gets flats around there. I'm just gonna take a quick cruise around and see if it's got any good locations. Lots of birds as well. Here's that channel I was talking about, where it basically splits it up into two islands. I thought it was a longer cut than this, so this is not so great. I saw some mullet, that was good. no real deep cuts. I mean, there's going to be good sized snappers all over these places, but big ass rays all over. Oh, see the something chasing that mullet. Looks like a cuda. Didn't get it. Just hundreds of rays around here. Big rays. Steve Irwin killers. Then it opens up to the Gulf here. So you know, like this is basically the last island of this chain before you get out to the Gulf. Quiet little cuts. All these rays everywhere. Basically what I'm doing is I'm not really caring about fishing right now, but I want to see if I can spot what kind of target species are around. Oh, those suckers. So I'm looking for bait is one. If I can find pilchards, it'd be good. Two, like a tarpon. If I can see the Goliath groupers. I know there's mangrove snappers, but if I'm not seeing anything now, even though I scare it away, if I'm not seeing anything now, then it's not really a big target zone that I really wanted to hit. This is the side that I wanted to check out. It's these quiet little wind sheltered pockets over here where I'll find like the tarpon hanging out, but it's not very deep. It's kind of shallow, so it's not looking very good. And they like a little bit of current to push food through, so not so exciting. All right, I traversed the inner island, just checking that out. Not so impressed, but then again, it's high sun, high tide, so everything's out and about and free roam. So, but I didn't find anything super interesting about it. But I'm gonna take a look at this side. This is the smaller half of it, and see what it's got to offer. Yeah, this island is totally different. This one's got huge undercuts, lots of birds. This one has huge undercuts because I guess it gets the brunt of the tide in. A lot of structure. This is the one that's gonna hold the big chunky snappers and groupers. And then we're coming up on the flat side. Yeah, the north and the east side are all pretty flat, uneventful. Pretty much just all flats areas. So just that west side corner has the channel running along it that has the deep cut in it. Here they've got a different type of mangrove trees, but you can see how flat it is. A lot of little bait, wrong kind. But, and then we're back to the channel. I mean, very picturesque, but I mean, yeah. I don't think I'll spend too much time on these islands here. Plus, I'm pretty far away, and the risk that you have on these outer islands are, especially the northwest islands is there's nothing going that way. So if you got into trouble and you have a north blowing wind or a northwest wind, I mean, your next stop is Texas or Mexico, and I don't like those odds. Plus, when these flats go flat, it's very difficult to get back to the mainland. So I like to be where Jurassic Park is, or Cayo Agua back over there. So I'm the first island to get back to the mainland, so it's not so bad getting home. But it was good to check out. Probably not be coming back. On the boat side, when it's too windy, maybe we'll come out here and anchor up and chum these sides here out of the wind. But other than that, it's just an extra distance. Cayo Agua, I know where there's tarpon, I know where there's big jewfish, big snappers. I know where I can find pilchards on and big snappers on a Jurassic Island, and they're a lot closer, so that I think will do it.